You're listening to Remix the Past. I'm Ethan. Today, we're talking about a song Radiohead almost let define them, and then decided to bury. This is Lift. But first, we'll have to look into another song of theirs. You might just know it. In 1993, Radiohead released Creep. It became a global hit, and they hated it. Not because it was bad, but because it trapped them. For years, Radiohead felt like the Creep band. Every show ended with it, every interview referenced it, every audience expected it. They had written something vulnerable, and the world had turned it into a caricature. So by the time they began touring material that would become OK Computer, they were hyper aware of what a hit could do. And then they started playing Lift live. In 1996, during early OK Computer tours, Lift became a phenomenon. The one you're hearing right now is a very famous performance at Pink Pop back in 1996. The crowd would explode at the chorus. It was emotional, cathartic, almost hopeful. It felt like redemption, like Radiohead had finally written the song that could replace Creep. And that was the problem, because Lift sounded like a hit. When they entered the studio, producer Nigel Godrich worked on a polished, full-bodied version. It was big, it was bright, it had the arc of a stadium anthem. But something felt wrong. Tom York later suggested the band felt it was too triumphant, too easy, too satisfying. After Creep, they were deeply suspicious of songs that invited applause. They didn't want catharsis. They wanted unease, alienation, modern anxiety. So instead of refining Lift, they quietly shelved it. Not because it failed, but because it worked too well. Let's think about OK Computer. It's paranoid, dislocated, digitized, lonely. Now imagine Lift sitting between fitter, happier, and no surprises. Doesn't quite fit. Lift says, you're rising above it. OK Computer says, you're drowning inside it. And it just so happened that at the time the band chose drowning. It happened it worked better for the image they wished to construct then. In 2017, Radiohead finally released the studio version as part of OK Not OK. It wasn't explosive, it wasn't arena-sized, it was restrained, almost hesitant. And in a strange way, that made it more honest, because Lift isn't about triumph, it's about the desire for escape. It covers the moment when you think you're ascending, but you're still not sure if you believe it. Lift is one of the rare songs that shows Radiohead at a crossroads. They could have chased the crowd reaction. They could have leaned into redemption. Instead, they chose discomfort. They chose to reject the shadow of Creep. They chose to become the band that made OK Computer. And maybe that's why Lift feels so bittersweet today. It's the song that almost changed everything. Radiohead could have just been louder, brighter, and more Britpop oriented. And this is just the moment they decided not to be. I'm Ethan, and this was Remix the Past. Next time, we'll look at another song that almost took a different path and try to understand why it didn't. Until then, keep listening for the versions of history that almost happened.